To support the recent release of Net2 Pro software version 6.04, which contains the new Occupancy Management feature, we've built this tutorial to share not only the how-to element of configuring different use cases, but also to share why we believe this feature can be beneficial for your clients. Let's begin by explaining what the Net2 Occupancy Management feature is and what it does. The Occupancy Management feature has been designed to allow system users to set occupancy limits within an area or areas within a building or an open site. This allows us to control the maximum number of people within an area at any given time. The feature also includes the ability to visually display the level of occupancy in a designated area to allow the visual management of people density. This is achieved by simply creating a web page within the Net2 software that can be saved on a network and displayed on any device that has a network connection. By configuring entry and exit readers, the Occupancy Manager can deny access to the next person that takes the occupancy level above the defined limit. Alternatively, the feature can be set not to deny access, but to send an SMS message or email to notify a person that the limit has been surpassed. The Occupancy Manager can be used in a variety of ways. Here we have a large open area where social distancing measures are in place and the maximum occupancy level is set at 20. Once the maximum occupancy level is reached, you will see the entry readers flashing red, indicating that maximum occupancy has been reached and that the next person will be denied access to the area. Our visual display board is also indicating to people within the area that the maximum occupancy level has been reached. When one person leaves the area, we see the next person is granted access, showing how the Occupancy Manager can control a one in and one out methodology. For our second example here, we have a narrow hallway with a blind spot where social distancing measures cannot be maintained without preventative measures. By using the Occupancy Manager in combination with the traffic light feature, we can display if the area has already been accessed by changing the light display from green to red and denying access to anyone that tries to enter when the walkway is occupied. Once the first person leaves the area, the display returns to green and access is granted. Within buildings, your client may wish to monitor and control occupancy levels across multiple areas. For this example, let's use the manufacturing facility where we have adjacent areas using the Occupancy Manager. We can see here, setting up multiple areas, the Occupancy Manager tracks the movement of a person from one area of the facility to another. The Occupancy Manager removes the person from the area they vacate and adds them to the area which they arrived. For the next section of the tutorial, we will now walk through how to configure Net2 in line with providing the solutions we have talked through. Enabling the feature. The Occupancy Manager feature must first be configured within the Net2 configuration utility. Within the Features tab, ensure that areas are enabled and check the Occupancy Management box. Under the HTML Reports tab, select Generates Occupancy Management Reports. You can amend the location for these files and the page refresh interval. You can also choose to hide the user table within the report by checking the box. In Scenario 1, to configure the occupancy management of an area, select Areas, ensuring that areas and reader definitions are configured. Under the Occupancy Management tab, select the maximum occupancy of the area and whether to restrict access. The HTML reports for that area can be found in the location specified within the Net2 configuration utility. We can see users come into the area and the occupancy level in real time. When users leave the area, you are able to see them removed from the table and the occupancy indicator reduced. Here in Scenario 2, the maximum occupancy of the corridor area is set to 1 within areas. to restrict access is set to yes. To use traffic lights, an I/O board is required to control red and green lights. Relay 1 will be used to control the green light, and Relay 2 will be used to control the red light. Once these are configured, triggers and actions need to be set up. Firstly, we need to create a rule to turn on the red light when somebody is in the walkway. The rule is created that when a specified occupancy level is reached in the specified area equal to 1, the relay of the I/O board green light is turned off and the relay of the red light is turned on. Another rule is created for when the area is empty. Turning off the red light when the occupancy of the area is 0, and the green light switched on. Here in scenario 3, each area needs the maximum occupancy configured and whether to restrict access when full. The HTML reports will show when a user leaves one area and enters another, adjusting the occupancy level as expected.